people are obviously reacting to this on the ground in Yemen, but also online. There's a conversation around what this might mean for Yemen, for the region. Some people poking fun as well. Carl Sharo saying Yemen has just become a federal republic of 6 regions. Amateurs. Lebanon is a federal republic of 4 million regions. You know, obviously, this is making a comparison between Yemen and Lebanon, but there does seem to be, for lack of a better term, a trend in the polarization of politics, also of communities and society and religion in the region. What do you make of, you know, this trend, and what would be a better approach in your mind? I mean, what is the biggest grievance here? Is this a coup, for example, as some southern leaders are calling it?
I don't think it's a coup. I think what's happening is we're witnessing a lot of movements kind of take opportunity of the lack of presence of government in Yemen. For example, in Adala, there was a Hirak movement and the government attacked them very harshly. In Hadramaut, there was a popular uprising called Al-Habba. In Shabwa, there was another popular uprising called Al-Faz'a. In Tehama, there was a popular uprising calling for separation as well, or for more rights and benefits called the Hirak Tehami. And now in Dammaj, we're witnessing the Houthis trying to take control of the region. So what we're seeing is that there's a lack of national identity in Yemen, and the government's presence is very weak, which makes people look at other sectarian identities and cling on to them, which is going to lead to further conflict. So Yemen's biggest problems, in my opinion, are economic. 70% of the population is under the age of 25, and a lot of these youth are unemployed. So the solution to me is to start by providing economic opportunities for these people, especially because these Yemeni youths are restricted in movement. Almost the majority of countries in the world are not accepting any Yemeni immigrants or any even Yemeni tourists at this point. It's very hard to leave the country. And so the main employers are going to be AQAP, political parties, and tribes. And with Yemen's excessive amount of weapons, it could be very disastrous.
And Sama, you raise really good points, you know, especially when you're providing some of those statistics, which are true of Yemen, but also the entire region. You know, a large majority under the age of 29, youth unemployment high, despite an educated population. My question, though, you know, when we look, for example, at how this is being framed in the context of conflict, you retweeted Adam Barron, who wrote, "Should we be referring to the clashes in North Yemen as the 7th Houthi war? Perhaps the call should have been made months ago." Obviously, there are tensions, there are obstacles to, you know, providing jobs and you know, to, you know, for example, a lot of people looking at this as not a priority for the country, but are they mutually exclusive, this notion of federalizing, or, you know, these federations within Yemen, and the government focusing and prioritizing job growth and you know, trying to increase those numbers? Do you see the two as mutually exclusive, if you will?
I think that so far they've created a solution that's not very clear. They've declared the regions and their names, but they really haven't explained how the economic system is going to work. I really don't think that it's going to be that successful because they haven't prepared for it on the ground very well. And the committee that came up with the solution was composed of 22 members, which already broke the 30% quota that the National Dialogue signed up for. And these same members were present through Yemen's National Dialogue. There were 3 things that were held back during Yemen's National Dialogue. It was the southern issue, the Sada conflict, and national reconciliation and transitional justice. And until this very day, these 3 main topics seem to be unresolved. Federation, to me, seems like a quick, convenient facelift for the southern problem, which it's a political solution rather than an economical one. They're not really looking at, you know, the southern problem is a humanitarian issue. There are other solutions for it.